Okay, so there is no way on this motorcycle to carry anything really. So what I'm thinking right here is where you're supposed to bolt a rack onto. And I could just make a rack for it, which I may end up doing that sometime, but I went to Harbor Freight and I got one of these Apache cases. And I think that right there will work to carry some stuff with me. Yeah, because there's still room to see it and all that. And I should be able to just drill through this case and put those 4 screws into this case. It's pretty strong plastic. This stuff that's a pretty tough case. It's waterproof and all that kind of stuff. In fact, it's so waterproof they had to put a vacuum release knob right here. You open this and it vents it so that you can open it, because it's so waterproof and so sealed that if it didn't have a vent, you wouldn't be able to open it because of the vacuum in it. If it heated up and cooled down, it would create kind of a vacuum in there and you'd never get this lid open. Or you would, but you'd have to pry on it. With this, you just open that, vent it a little bit, and it'll pop right open. It's also got spaces for like a padlock here and a padlock here. So you could actually lock it up. I know it's not much room in there, but it would be something. Alright, let's see if we can figure out how to mount this. Okay, we had these 2 rubber little covers here that just cover these screws. It just kind of, these little tabs kind of pop into these holes, and that's all that really holds these on. So I popped them off, just pulled them out. It doesn't hurt them. Just be careful, you don't want to rip them. And putting them back in, it would be better to take a little dab of grease and put on it, and it just slides right in there. But anyway, first off, we're going to take a drop of grease and put on each one of these. Get a little bit on my finger, and I'm going to put a little bit on each one. And I'm trying to get the light where I can see it. Okay, so I don't need a streamer like that on it. Too much. A little dab is all you need on there. Just enough that it will show up when you... Oh, sticky grease. Alright, so here is the case, ready to sit down on there. And I want to line it up the best I can. That's about the center. Before I sit it down, I want to have it pretty straight. And I'll just set it straight down on there, just like that. And I'm going to try not to move it any, and just go straight back up. Now, we've got 4 pieces of grease on there. Let's see if we got that anywhere close. Alright, so that has it mounted on there securely. It is not going anywhere. I am shaking the whole back. It's very solid. Now I may end up trying to put some kind of support under here, or maybe take something and go around, go like a square of metal, drill some holes in it and put it under this. It's not bad, but it does move just a little. And I think if I was to actually lay it over, it might crack the bottom of the case. I don't think so though. It's pretty solid. Anyway, the screws that come out of here are way too short. You'll have to have longer bolts. I had some longer bolts. They're not exactly perfect matches. This one actually is one that came in the packing crate that was holding the packing crate together. Those would probably work fine for this. Now these three are a little longer, and I think if I put a piece of metal under it or something, if I have to, then this one may not work anymore. So may have to get some that's longer than that. Anyway, that's got that. Now I'm going to shut it here. Nice satisfying sound when it shuts. Very solid. Alright, so that's another mod. Alright, so I'm up here, and yeah, the windshield is probably going to go. I don't like it. Before anybody comments and says that's the craziest looking thing, yes it is. It's going to come off because it don't work very good anyway. But besides the windshield, I'm up here. I come up, you can see the little water generator in the back. And then here is the little waterfall area and all that. That's where the intake is. Well, way up there. That's why the water generator works so well. It's because it's got a drop. And that drop is what gives you your pressure. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. Okay, I come up here, I'm going to check out a few things, unclog my line to my generator and stuff like that. Now when I park my bike, the four-wheeler is not a problem, of course. Got four wheels, get off, it sits there. The bike has two wheels, got to use kickstand. Well, what happens when you have mud and you throw your kickstand down? Let me show you here. Okay, the kickstand is down there. You can see the end of it. When you let the bike down, it starts and it will continue until it might have hit something solid there. I might have lucked out. But most of the time, that will just continue slowly down. And if you got to get off of the bike for a few minutes and go check something out or unclog a line or something like that, like I'm getting ready to do, you come back and your bike's laying on its side because that has sunk down in. Now, one little hack that I use to prevent that, find you a flat rock, something like this, and then you'll take it, excuse me, Daisy, and you'll take it and you'll put it down on the ground, and then you sit your bike or the kickstand on the rock, and like that your kickstand is not going to sink down into the mud, and your bike is not going to be laying on its side when you come back. There's not always a perfect rock laying around. Most of the time you can hunt and find one, but I've even had times that I've hunted to find one, or while I'm hunting, my kickstand has sunk down in the mud, and not with this bike, but with other ones, and it has ended up on its side. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a piece of metal that will make that foot bigger and still, oh yeah, there's plenty of room, still have enough room that it's not going to hit the suspension or anything, but it will increase the surface area of that foot. And in that case, I should be able to, wherever I'm at, throw my kickstand down, and it should be more likely to sit. Now, if it's real soupy mud, I probably wouldn't be parking in it anyway, but this type of mud is everywhere, and most of the time this is the kind of stuff I'm riding in. So that's what I need to do. That's going to be one of our little projects. Okay, so got that generator generating again. Had to clean out the lines, and it's running now. So I guess we'll go ahead and head back down, and I may just show you what I'm going to do to this kickstand. Okay, so right here I have an old piece of metal. I'm not really sure where it come from. I think it was somehow came off, let me get it up underneath there, show you. Somehow I think this came off of the front of a car where you're supposed to hook a tow hook or something. I'm not exactly sure, but I think it's something like that. Now, all we need to do is stick this under there. I'm going to clean it up a little. Stick it under there, weld it on, and it should put a bigger, wider footprint down. Alright, a couple of things though. Okay, first off, this little rubber piece right here, I don't even really know what that's for, but it's not going to work for this purpose. So, we'll just take it off. Yeah. If you couldn't tell, this spot that I'm in right here, just a tad muddy. So, right now, yeah, I know, it did kind of sink in a little bit right here, but that is, get these out of the way, I'll show you. That is a lot softer than what I would ever put the kickstand down in ordinarily. Now, yeah, that is a complete disaster. If you would put your kickstand down in this situation, the bike would be on its side right now. No way it would have helped. So, I'm happy with my little modification. Anyway, I guess that's probably going to be about it for this video. Appreciate everybody watching. See y'all on the next one.